All right. Knuckle up when you're ready. I'm guessing Mike's broken again.
Yeah, I think it is.
We call him silent but deadly. Oh, we might have to monitor. We might have to monitor the situation. Situaciones. Yeah, I mean.
Ready? All right.
Bending over, blasting your opponent. Yeah. I mean, you can make any. Listen, TikTok keeps suggesting me pegging videos, so I don't know what's going on, but who knows? Maybe the algorithm knows more than I do. I'm certainly not gonna try that. But yeah, it's definitely a different game. I would play Sparc for a different reason than I would play Blast on, but as far as games with high skill caps, where that get a good amount of exercise that use your play space effectively, Sparc and Blast on are probably the top two on my list. The one glaringly obvious thing, and this is the part that hurts, is that Blast on has more effort put into it. There's unlockables, there's different ways you can change up your strategy. All your guns, you don't reload your guns, all your guns just have cooldowns. So you can actually change your loadout of guns and have a completely different play style. And you know, given that's not hating on Sparc. Sparc's simple, and the meta has come across as a way of the community dealing with the same game for almost 4 years now. But you know, right off the bat, Blast on has a lot. But also, they don't have avatar customization. They have just like stock 3 or 4 avatars that you can choose from, which I don't like. Would you say Blast on is more competitive? I wouldn't say more or less. I would say it's competitive in a different way. Again, Sparc is more reflexes, catching your opponent out of position and punishing. Rolling that statement back a little bit. You only have 2 balls to worry about in Sparc. You know? You've got your opponent's... Also, just real fast, taking a break from Blast on to talk about the game that we're actually here to watch today. Man, Gnarly getting that back. HotDogGo absolutely dominated the last tournament that he was in. Gnarly is really getting good. Oh, shoot. Oh, I think... We did the prediction for this match, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, again, it's not necessarily more or less competitive. I'd say it's more complex than Sparc. The objective of both of these games is similar but different in its execution. I'll show it off. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and also, like, you know,
Good shot.
but yeah, again, you know, they have bots that you play against when you're waiting for someone to queue up. That's great. The bots that they have are really good. Yeah, Gnarly just hitting it out the freaking park today. Ooh. And HotDog taking round 1, but that was certainly close. But it was close. Do you feel more plastic playing when playing Sparc? Very hard questions. I would say yes. The game does a good job about making you feel like you've got a lot of information that you're taking in, you know? And like overall, as to what game has more movement, I would say that it actually has more movement because you're doing a lot of, you know, weaving between like bullets, like actually weaving between, not just dodging. And like your positioning is very important in that game, HotDog. So it's sort of, you know, if you think about, yeah, that's true too. And I didn't even realize that you could do damage by throwing your weapons at the opponent until someone started killing me by doing it. And the shield does more damage. But yeah, like, yeah. Again, there's more movement in Blast On, but the movement's different. and the movement's way more calculated. Like, there's a lot more. Ooh,
Nice shot.
there we go. Gnarly going 1-1 with Hot Dog. Yeah, there's a lot more looking at what your opponent's doing and trying to like plan a strategy around them. Like, okay, so for example, yeah, I am gonna keep talking about Lost Hot. Woohoo! Hot Dog taking a second point. I can spectate and talk about a different game at the same time, I'm sure. I'm sure I won't alienate any of my audience that came here to watch Sparc today by talking about a completely different game. And by the way, also, the reason that I'm comparing it directly is because the person who made Blast On was part of the development team for Sparc. So, again, you can draw a line between the influences that they took from Sparc into Blast On. But yeah, it's just a lot more. You take in all the information of what your opponent's doing, and you try to plan a strategy around that. And the fact that your bullets are slow means that if you just fire your gun right at somebody, they can just move out of the way. They're given like a full 2 to 3 seconds to just get out of the way. But when you combine that with other bullets, it means that you can sort of layer your strategies and work on your timing. Like, for example, there's one gun. It has a 7-second cooldown, so it's a big cooldown on this gun, and it gets 3 shots per reload, quote reload. Yeah, I will. Yeah, and if anyone wants to play with me, I can go ahead and put up my code too. But yeah, so the big purple gun got a slow cooldown, and the bullets are like real slow. Like, it literally takes like 15 seconds for it to even get to the point where it could hit your opponent. But the bullets have collision, and those big bullets, being that they do more damage, also take more damage. So you can use those as sort of impromptu shields and fire your bullet. Oh, and Hot Dog takes the win.
Good game.
Talk about Valkyrie. I'm not buying any more CCP games. Sparc's the only thing worth my time. All right, Hot Dog, let's see who you're playing next.